So living and working together can work out very well. Now, Valentine's Day, of course, is traditionally the day in which you take your sweetheart out and pour a special loving attention over. There'll be the rose, the dinner and the little present. But what present? What would be special? Well, jewellery works for most ladies. So our Maria Malarkey has been to County Louth to meet a jeweller whose passion for his art shows in every piece.
Well, she knows.
I think jewellery is a great gift for Valentine's Day. Chocolates and flowers don't last, but a piece of jewellery lasts forever. And buying your loved one a piece of jewellery shows that, you know, the love is there and it is there to last. Like, I'm a bit of a softie when it comes to romance, and I have different ranges. I have a range called Together, and it's like two halves coming together. I have a range called The Voyage, which is the voyage of marriage, which is a beautiful piece. And I also have little silver hearts and gold hearts in my Clockeen range. For Valentine's Day, you would mainly have men coming into me, but you also have ladies coming in, because I also have a lovely range of cufflinks for the men. But it is mostly the men that come in, because men are more romantic.
Garrett Mallon enjoys the excitement surrounding what is said to be the most romantic day of the year. And whether it's making specific pieces for this day or indeed designing and creating new jewellery lines, he's very passionate about what he does. Garrett trained and worked in London and Dublin for 15 years and now works from his studio at the foot of the Cooley Mountains in Omeath, County Louth.
When I left school when I was 15, I joined a youth training programme in Dungannon, where I'm originally from. And within that system there was a section on jewellery making, and I seemed to have a flair for it. I really enjoyed picking up a piece of metal and sort of opening my mind and seeing what I could bend, cut, shape it into whatever I wanted, you know. And it was just a thrill to sort of start off from scratch and to develop a piece of jewellery. That's where the love came from at such a young age. Well, I worked for Darby Brothers for 13 years, and in 2000 I felt that it was time for me to move on. So it took me 2 years to actually figure out where I was going with my own ranges. It was Showcase 2003 where I actually sort of brought myself to the mass market, which was fantastic. The reaction that I got from shops and customers was great. When I start designing a range, I would have an idea in my head. It could be something I read. It could be a story. So I doodle, I draw, I sit down, I sit at the bench and I make pieces up. I might scrap them again because it doesn't work, and start all over again. But I mess around with the piece for, it could be months, it could happen in a day, you know. But it's mainly sort of a drawing, sketching out, and then eventually it comes out in the work at the bench. My jewellery is inspired by my surroundings, by the beaches, by the mountains, by flowers. I also have pieces of jewellery that have folklore in them as well. I'm inspired by songs. I have a lovely piece of jewellery inspired by a Johnny Doohan song called The Voyage, which Christy Moore sang, which was very close to my heart. So that's where most of my inspiration comes from. My pieces are a little bit of me, of what I see in the world, and I try to bring that forth into the piece of jewellery. It gives me a great buzz to actually see somebody that I don't know walking down the street with a piece of my jewellery on, and I'm sort of going, there's somebody that's actually gone out and bought a piece of my jewellery that doesn't know me. which is brilliant, or somebody has cufflinks on, which is it's a great buzz. I've been making jewellery now for 25 years, and it's in my blood, and I just want to continue on making jewellery as long as I can, and hopefully I can come out with new designs and evolve my jewellery ranges, and hopefully people will still enjoy wearing my jewellery in the future.
Now gathered round us, we have our own crew.
A man with a real passion for his art and his craft. That ends